All right, well, hello everybody. Thank you so much for joining us on this amazing next 60 minutes of training where we're literally going to be giving you a roadmap to business automation. More importantly, what we believe is your financial freedom. So this is going to be a live training, so I just want everybody to put everything away because I'm going to roll up my sleeves, and I hope you roll up your sleeves. You got a pen and paper. We're going to write down a lot of strategies on how you can literally automate your entire business. So it does not matter what product, what service, what niche that you're in. What matters is that you get your time back. That's the, there's a lot of things that you can buy. There's a lot of things you can get, but the one thing you can't get is your time back. And so what we've realized is that the secret to success is automation. So by tomorrow, I want everything to be brand new for you. That means what we're going to do is we're going to train the next hour, and then literally over the next few minutes here, you're literally going to be able to put an automation system together so that tomorrow is a brand new sheet of paper. And this literally changed my entire business. And I'm hoping over the next hour, as I pull back the curtain and show you how myself and so many others are automating, it's going to change your entire outlook and how you can create a residual income online. Sound good? Well, let's jump in then. Now, here's my promise. I want to show you 3 easy steps to building an automated business that can give you a residual income and give you the personal freedom that you want to work wherever and whenever you want. Now, quick disclaimer, results are not guaranteed and not for average users because average people would not be here right now. So I just want to give you a shout out, put one in the chat box if you are someone that understands the value of learning, to always staying on the leading edge and bettering yourself. Now, I know you feel that way because you wouldn't be here right now. So congratulations, and that's what you're going to be getting right now. We're going to literally give you a step-by-step process. So I want you to imagine for just a moment what a business would be like right now and what your life would be like if you knew the exact moment people needed your services. I mean, the exact moment. Think about that. The moment they're thinking about it, that you knew that. Or 2, customers contacted you ready to buy every single day. And this is really important because I get overwhelmed when I think, oh man, I got to go sell something. If I wanted more income, I got to pick up the phone. But what if every day wasn't like that? You could literally open up your laptop and people had already scheduled themselves into your calendar and you never picked up the phone and had to call them. Well, that's what we're going to strategize about. Also, what if you could automate the entire process while you sleep? That means you don't have to do any type of cold calling or any type of outbound. It's literally just you putting a system together that works for you 24 hours a day. So put one in the chat box if that sounds pretty good to you. Yes? All right, here we go. Well, listen, it's going to go really, really deep because these are the problems I think you might be facing. So give me some feedback. Put one in the chat box if you might be struggling right now to find prospects interested in marketing services. Who is that group right now that's on the line saying, look, I'm really struggling. I need to find more prospects. I'm only talking to a few right now. We're going to literally help you solve that problem. Now, how many of you right now aren't able to get the number of customers each week that you like? Like, look, I'm looking to get more customers and I really want to make more sales, but it's not happening every single week. Well, I want to give you a case study where I'm going to show you exactly how someone's not just getting 1 or 2, but they're getting 4 or 5 customers every single week. And then really quickly, and sometimes business is about momentum and getting that momentum. But when you feel overwhelmed and you don't know where to start, right? Or you don't have a good product to sell. How many of you feel that way right now? Like, hey, I'm just a little overwhelmed and I just want where to start. Where is step 1, step 2, step 3? Good, Eric, Andre, Christy, Bassy, Craig, I see you guys. And we're going to go and I want to give you the exact steps because I think when you understand how to automate, that everything's going to change like it did for me. As a matter of fact, here's what I want to do. When at the end here, I want to give you my live walkthrough on 7 steps that take less than 20 minutes a day, right? That will give you qualified leads every single day. So we're going to go through that live, and then you can just copy and paste your way to success here. Now, really quickly here, because I felt this way, you might be thinking or you might believe that you need sales experience to get rejected a lot to make sales. Like, look, in order to make sales, I feel like, man, you got to go through like 150, 200 people, right? Or you might think that you've tried almost everything out there, but it's almost impossible to get 1 to 2 customers a week. Or you don't have time to learn. There's not enough hours in the day. Well, the bottom line is this training is exactly for you. I used to believe that way too until I figured out these new strategies that you can easily apply. Now, my journey from struggle to success, it wasn't easy for me to find the best way to prospect and find people that were interested in my products. I couldn't figure that out. I was trying all kinds of different things and nothing was really working. More importantly, I was following more conventional ways, like spending time researching businesses and then cold calling them to get appointments. And then I did some things right, but honestly, most everything I tried wasn't finding any success with getting customers fast. So give me some feedback. How many of you can relate to that? Really quick, put one in the chat box if you can. Jimmy, Rusty, Walt, Alan, Kyle, Lori. All right, good. Me too. Well, I discovered this, and I want you to write these stats down or screenshot this really quickly here. I discovered that only 2% of sales are made on the second point of contact. Only 5% of sales are made on the third point of contact. 10% of sales are made on the fourth, and 80% were made on the 5th to 12th point of contact. So I was like, whoa, that's amazing. No wonder I'm not really doing all this follow-up, but man, that sounds like work. That feels like a lot of work. But this really changed my thinking. And that's what I want to do for the first few minutes here, is I want you to change your thinking for what you're currently thinking about, because 48% of people never follow up with the prospect. That means you can have the same product, have the same experience, call the exact same person that someone else called, but 50% of your competition will not follow up with them. 25% make a second contact and stop, and then 12% of sales will only make 3 contacts and stop. That means 88% of marketers don't follow up more than 3 times. So put one in the chat box if you can see that if you just followed up more, things might change for you. Yeah, does that make sense? Can you see clearly just the pure numbers? But again, it feels like work, doesn't it? Well, see, I had my big aha moment here, and I realized the more I automated my business, the more freedom I had to pursue the life I wanted and to make more money. So I want you to equate these two things together, very critical. It's not social media or reputation or SEO or digital services or consulting services or video marketing. That doesn't equal freedom. What equals freedom is automation. So I want, if you get that big paradigm shift, it's so simple. So that led me, once I really said, I want more freedom to spend time with my family, I want more freedom to make more money, bigger opportunities, but I've got to go through the path of automation to get that. So just a little bit about me, if you never trained with me before. By the way, put one in the chat box if this is kind of your first time. Like, look, David, I don't really train with you. I don't know you that much. I would just give a few shouts to people really quick. Okay, Bill. All right, Tom, John. All right, Michael, Albert. Okay, Bill. All right, good. So a lot of people here. So let me just give you a little quick background with me. Last year alone, I did over $5 million in revenue. 93% of that was residual and automated. So I think there's very few people in the space that can say when they deliver services or products or on the digital marketing level that say 93% is residual. So I know how to build a business that gives residual. More importantly, we were able to grow because of automation to make the Inc. 500 list of fastest growing companies in the nation, and we made the Inc. 5000 list 2 years in a row. So I've trained over 5,000 digital marketers, and I personally have developed 13 automation platforms. Because when I got hooked on automation, I didn't stop there. I wanted to automate everything. I mean, every problem. I mean, I wish I could automate my kids sometimes, because when I see some problems, I'm like, I wish I could do that, right? But obviously we can't do that with our families. But when it comes to business, we can automate that. So let's jump in and figure out what automation is actually going to give you by really explain what it gave me. Now, these are some of the results. I literally was getting thousands of targeted leads because of my automation. 90% of everything I do is automated. And when I say automation, I want to make sure you understand this. Automation just isn't software. That means I don't have to do it. So I might hire someone in the Philippines for $4 an hour to do the work. That, to me, is automation. So put one in the chat box if you get that. Like, okay, you're not always talking about software, and sometimes it's just other people doing the work. But the point of it is automation means you don't have to do it. But what it did is it gave me 1 to 2 clients a week by choice. If I didn't want to work that week, I didn't have to. If I wanted more money, right, I had the choice of doing what I want to do because of automation. If you don't have automation, you don't have any choice. And what it does, allow grow me 6 figures every 4 to 5 months in my business. That means if I want to add another 100,000, right, 2, 3, 4 months goes by, because of automation, I could easily do that. And then we had almost a 70% profit margin because of automation doing all the work. And then more importantly, I have the privilege of living a digital lab type lifestyle. I travel. I love traveling with my family. We homeschool. We love going to different areas of the country, even out of the country, to teach our kids and show our kids these amazing experiences that I never had as a kid. And I understand very clearly that whether you're a grandparent or you're a parent, or that you're doing this for your family, that you want more for your family. And so what I want to do is really pull back the curtain and show you how you can apply this to your own business and your own opportunities, because again, freedom equals automation. So whatever product, whatever niche, none of that matters. What matters is what you're going to be doing automated. So let's jump in here a little bit more. Now, here's some common automation challenges of why we don't. So matter of fact, let me ask you this really quick. Once you type in the chat box, I'm just going to read that out loud. As I go through this, what is the reason you haven't automated your marketing yet? You haven't automated your process yet? Why is that, Bill? Phil, why is that, Christy? Keith, Todd, Laura, why isn't it automated? Money, it's expensive. No system, right? There's too many moving parts, right? I don't know how. That's a good one, right? I need a process, right? I haven't found a good system. Things don't plug in together very well. Oh, that's a really good one, right? I haven't found a product to do that. So let me give you a few that I've experienced myself, as well as so many others. You don't know where to start. It's like, what's the first step in doing this? And there's not enough time. I got so much going on. How am I supposed to do this? Limited technical experience. Like, well, I don't know how that API works and how you connect that. Steps in very steep learning curves. Very steep learning curves. Like, man, I just don't have the time to sit and figure all this out. Or there's not an all-in-one solution. You got to go over here and you got to grab this. You got to duct tape it together, or it's too expensive. You know, I've seen automation systems out there for $5,000, $10,000, but I don't have that type of money. I don't know about you. And there's just too many moving pieces to really figure it out. So we just stop on our tracks and we really realize that, you know, I need to automate, but I just can't. So let me give you, as I talk with thousands of marketers, the top 10 automation excuses, all right? Now, here's what I want you to do. I want you to put the number that you come up with, right? So here's coming number 10, I've got shiny object syndrome. Where do I start, right? How many of you have SOS? Yes? And how many of you have SOS? Come on. The first thing to do is admit it, right? Okay, good. Thank you, Warren. Thank you, Craig. Eric, appreciate you. Jimmy. All right. Number 9, I'm not that good in sales, so I don't like selling, right? So that's a real automation issue. It's like, look, I got to put sales together. I got to put a script together. I got to get email together. I don't know how to write or do that. I'm overwhelmed. I don't have the experience. Number 7, I have a full-time job and responsibilities. I got limited time and energy. How am I supposed to do all this? Number 6, I'm too busy servicing my current clients. I got too many spending. I mean, David, you want me to stop what I'm currently doing and actually work on this automation? I know it's gonna be better, but I gotta take 10 steps backwards. I can't even take 1 step backwards. 5, I'm the only one that can do this type of work. David, do you realize how special I am? How important this work is? I can't be distracted by working on my business and building some of these automation things. It's too expensive, too difficult to hire good help. I mean, come on. Have you tried to hire someone to do the work? I mean, this new millennial generation, they want to get paid 3 times as much and they're not even qualified, right? How many of you are experiencing some of this, right? When you try to do it, it's too stressful to change what you're doing. Now, this is a big one, right? Look, I'm kind of chugging along. I'm okay with what I'm doing. I just don't want to change. 2, we need better talent and structure to grow, meaning I don't want to automate until I get better people or better thought around me. And number 1, I'm not making enough money. So I can't spend more money at all on these big automation systems and this big consulting and this big plan because I just don't have enough money. Put 1 in the chat box if this is true. You're seeing that one of the biggest reasons is right here on the screen. And what I want to do is I want to remove all these away because these are exactly the way I felt too. But here's the truth. And I think if there's anything that you're going to walk away from this training right here, is this. Is that what you've done so far won't get you to the next level. So you have to admit that. I have to admit that. Especially if you have 0 clients right now. For some reason, you've got 0 clients, and what you've been doing right now has not gotten you to the place you need. You need to change something. Would you agree with that? Yes? Eric? Tom? Would you agree with that, John? So this is what automation will do. So let's see how automation can actually solve these struggles. Because automation, in my opinion, is this year's biggest opportunity. So let's take a look at this. Automation can provide a clear plan for you. See, when you automate, you have to have a process. It frees up more of your time. When something gets automated, you never have to do it again. It's done. It gives you consistent and predictable results, and some of you just need that consistency. You're tired of being pulled in all these different directions. You need it's predictable, knowing, just like if you want to turn up the radio, right? You want to turn up the volume of your financial success, you just turn the knob, and it's going to give you predictable results to make more money. No technical knowledge needed. Believe it or not, when you set it, you don't have to learn anything more. It's just done. Once you set up once, it's done. And automate the onboarding and referrals. This is critical because some of you, when you get a customer, you chase them around and try to onboard them like, hey, I need to get your passwords. I need to get your logo. I need to get this information, whatever that service you're trying to sell. And more importantly, getting referrals. You can automate all of that. More importantly, when you automate, you can hire others to run your business. And then business that doesn't depend on you. So if you wanted to go for a month and not work, could you do that? Well, if you automate those processes, the business wouldn't solely depend on you. And more importantly, you can get an inexpensive team that does all the work. Think of McDonald's, right? Think of the automation they built. Some of it has been in equipment. Some of it's been in technology. As you go to McDonald's, you'll see the last few years, right? They've removed, who have they replaced? What have they replaced at McDonald's in the last few years, right? The person taking your order. I literally walked into a McDonald's to grab, we're on the road, and to grab some pancakes and egg McMuffin for the family, and there was one person at the cash register, and nobody was in line, but everyone was in line at the kiosks. Like, they just automated that whole process. So it's like, maybe, I think they had like 8 or 9 kiosks, and everybody was there, and I just walked up to the cashier. I'm like, can I place my order? Like, yeah, let's do it. I'm like, wow, right? You can get, technology helps automate all of that, but more importantly, they're hiring very inexpensive people to do all that work, and so can you. So put one in the chat box if you can see very clearly that automation is missing right now, and this is something, forget the niche, forget the service or the marketing strategy, it's just your automation. Because one thing I want you to do is just focus on what you love doing, and automation gives you that opportunity. So what I want to do now is I want to go deep with you on the 3 secret steps to financial growth and personal freedom that automation gives you. And there's 3 levels. Level 1 is this is the first level. So if you got 0 sales or even a little bit of sales or a customer right now, level 1 is you're just going to automate the sales process to get 1 to 2 a week. Then level 2, I want to show you how to autopilot lost sales and upsells to double your revenue. See, this is a big deal. When someone says no to you, and please write this down, when they say no to you, they're not interested, they're not saying no to you, silly. They're saying no to the value that you're offering at that point in time. Do you get that? So if you go with another offer 30 days later, they will say yes to you. A certain percentage will say yes to you. But the fact of it is, you don't have an autopilot process that goes after that lost business. See, you already called them up, you already had a conversation, you already built some type of relationship, and that's valuable, but you're not capitalizing on that. Put one in the chat box if that was a big aha moment for you, going, wow, I had a bunch of people say no to me. I never really thought about going back to them. I mean, if they say no, I'm just kind of moving on to the next person. This is where a tremendous amount of opportunities can come. And then 3, you can literally 10x automation with the team. So if you're getting 1 to 2 sales now, you could be getting 10 to 12 sales every single month if you have a team that can manage it. And I'll show you all the positions. We're going to go over this step by step. So let's go deep now. Level 1, automate your sales process for 1 to 2 sales a week. So today, it's all about cold calling or networking with no ability to follow up at all, right? And then there's ineffective marketing, which is expensive or only opt-in only, where you're doing maybe Facebook, right? Or you're paying someone to do SEO, you're buying leads. Or the sales are organized and complicated. There's no system. That's what it feels like today, trying to get 1 to 2 sales a week. More importantly, it's all unpredictable. This is where the overwhelm comes in. When you don't have a predictable system, you've got no analytics, you've got no process. This is why you feel and why I feel the way I felt, because I had no automation. But the new opportunity with automation, here's what we get. We get automatic lead gen system. That means every single day leads are coming in. We have a daily follow-up system. That means we can follow up while we sleep, whether we're out with the family, whatever we want to do, it's doing it for us. Automatic prospecting booking process. Now, this is so much fun. This one line here. We literally do outbound marketing that's all automated. No, we'd spend no more than 15 minutes a day. And people will actually click on a link and book themselves into a calendar. That means when I open up my laptop or you open up your laptop, there's going to be people scheduled in to meet with you, to talk with you, that you've never even spoken with. But one of the chat box, if that sounds kind of too good to be true, like, I want to know more about that, right? Okay, Al, Jimmy, I want to reveal all this to you, but I want to let you know that's the opportunity you have, but you're missing out. And most important, a predictable sales pipeline. Now, let me go through the auto booking room, because I knew this was going to be valuable to you. So now I put all this stuff together literally in the last few days here. I've added so much more. So we're going to go deep in this. So just give me feedback, ask questions. I'll try to answer them as we go. But the first thing you want to do, if you want a calendar that looks like this, is you dump leads into a system. You know, just take leads and dump them into a system. And then you have the automated email sequence or voicemail sequence, but you have that outbound marketing do what it's supposed to do, which is weed out the people that are interested from not interested. And then in the email, you simply put a little link that goes to your calendar. Now, this is the really critical part. Watch your screen. Is if they don't convert or they don't, we automate a new offer 14 days later. Now, this is important. Now, typically, you'll get a 10 to 15% of people that did not respond to the first email sequence or the first outbound marketing, they'll respond to the second one because it's a new offer. So I can't say enough that the value that you're giving today, if someone says no to, they're not saying no to you, so don't you dare take it personally. They're saying no to the value. And when you're just dumping leads in and you're having an automation system do all the work, you don't have to take it personally, because there's 100 more leads where that came from. There's another 100 after that. So here's what we want to do. We want to automate 1 to 2 sales a week. And we can do that by sending out what we call a warming sequence. Now, a warming sequence is a 7-day sequence that focuses on 100% value with no offer. It's just building your trust and authority. Let me give you an example. We send out emails to businesses, and we just grab a TED Talk, and we email that out. And we say, hey, here's this TED Talk that just came out. It's really awesome for dentists. And so we thought that because you're a dentist in the Miami area, that this might be really valuable to you. That's it. I'm not asking them to buy anything, nothing. I'm just giving them value. But one of the chat box, if you can see, wow, no one's doing that. Seems like every time I send out an email, it's about me pitching my product or me coming across as a salesperson. I've never really tried just warming people up and giving value, leading with value. Well, that's something you can automate. Now, the cool part is the next step is to give a lead magnet, meaning 100% free offer for them to engage with you to show they're interested. So you might give away a video, you might give away a free report. And what's really great is if you take your warming email and link it to the lead magnet. So for example, let's say I send out a TED Talk, right? I send out a TED Talk, and then those that actually open and click on the link to actually watch a TED Talk, I send them an offer saying, hey, we'd like to do an interview with you. So I saw that you watched our TED Talk we sent you. We're doing kind of a TED Talk-ish type of an expose interview, and we'd be interested if you would like to come out as an expert to be interviewed. Put one in the chat box if you can see those, like, wow, you're warming them up, you're not asking for any money, and the next thing you do is you're offering them some type of interview. Well, that's all we do. And then now there's lots of funnels to do it here, but I want to show you the next step is now I do a 5-day fire sale with them. It's a rapid fire sale where I give them an offer that'll be never offered again. It's 5 days, right? So let's say I gave them a free report. I sent out a video, then I gave them a lead magnet, which is like a free report, and then I say, look, we've got this beta program that we're doing. We're only offering it to a select amount of dentists in the Miami area, and it's going to be X, Y, and Z. I need you to contact me today. Click to shorten things up a little bit. If you just want to spend a few minutes, click on this link, book yourself into my calendar, and we can go over it today and let you know what we're trying to accomplish. Day 2, day 3, day 4. I say, look, by 5 o'clock today, this offer's ending. Again, I'd love you to book yourself on my calendar. Day 5, it's over. It's done. Put one in the chat box if this is different than what you're doing. And you can see that it's about giving value, but all this is automated. I don't do anything except just put leads in to a system. Now, the cool part is when they do buy, I can double my revenue because I put them in an automated follow-up sequence that talks about the next product or service. Now, if they don't buy, I send them to another sequence that offers a different offer. And the whole thing starts over again. Typically, we do about 3 different offers. And if they say no to all 3 offers, we delete them out of our system. Sound good so far? Give me a little feedback. How are you feeling about the clarity about where to start? Can you see this type of roadmap, how easy this can be if you just follow a process? Love it. Amazing. Thumbs up. Good. Keep going. Okay, good. Okay, so, but listen, I don't want you to take my word for it. I want you to hear from someone that was just like you, really struggling, kind of came into this type of training for the first time. And then once they put their system together, right, and you can see on the screen here, right, now it's something called, we have a system called Rep Videos that creates these 60-second commercials. But look on the screen, right? Look at the success he's had in his outbound marketing. But I want you to listen to him and exactly what he went through. So, let me, what it is, I want to play a private conversation for you that we had, and he gave me permission, but I asked him 3 important questions. I asked him, look, how difficult is this to automate? Then how fast can someone start? And then more importantly, you know, could you do these strategies with other traditional systems? So I want you to listen in on his insights on how many customers he's getting and exactly what he's doing. Does that sound good? All right, so let's listen in on this private conversation really quick. So Dirk, you there?
I'm here.
Hey, so Dirk, tell me a little about the success you've been having. How many clients you've gotten in like the last week with putting a process like this together?
Oh, well, let's see. The one that you're seeing there is the week before last. But last week was really good. We were able to get, that's with the holiday, we were able to get 8 people come on board.
8 new clients 2 weeks ago. How many this last week, like in the last 7 days?
Well, just this week here, I've got 4 thus far. My goal is to always get about 2 per day. So my goal is 10 per week. I mean, my thinking is a little bit larger. You know, instead of 1 to 2, why not just get 1 to 2 a day? Let's just get this thing going. Let's get some money going. And so I just do everything, you know, like you're saying, do it 10 times. Just expand the amount of emails that you have going outbound and calls. You know, the people that are coming in and jumping right on them and, you know, just going through the whole process. I love the system that you have where we're able to see our analytics, and by seeing, okay, I sent it this way, but now the next week I changed it a little bit. Now I can see the open rates because I'm hitting the same niches, you know, but I'm able to see, okay, I've got a better open rate now, and now I've got a better click-through rate, so I've got a lot more people that are interested and how I worded it and that kind of a thing. And so it's just always improving.
So put one in the chat box if this just is blowing your mind that someone can get over 30 new customers in less than a month. And the reason is he is automating. See, one thing Dirk has done differently than most everyone else is he's looked at the dot on the wall and he's following the exact prescription I've given him. Is it difficult to automate with what I'm about to teach everybody with the systems that we have? Is it difficult?
No, I'm telling you right here now, the lead generation system is probably the biggest, best breakthrough that I've ever had. Being able to have it automatically give me every night, I set this thing for a new niche, new area, and it goes to town. When I wake up, I'll have anywhere from 300, 400, 500 leads ready to go that I'm able to then look at the various aspects of them. But being able to have it run night and day, I actually have my wife just doing that. That's all she does, is just runs that lead generation system so that I'm able to
now how fast Dirk, how fast can someone start getting everything up and running?
The same day. I mean, you can get started the same day. You make the training really easy. So you just follow the videos on setting everything up, and then you can actually start getting leads that very same day.
If you were to try to do this with traditional systems, maybe like an Infusionsoft, could you do the same thing that I'm about to share with everybody with traditional?
Hell no. No, there's no way.
So but listen, there's just not Dirk, but there are so many people right now that are having huge success. Look at your screen really quick. Look at Charlene, right? Finally, I launched a 5-day fire sale campaign. The result, 2 people who booked an appointment in my calendar. Right now, I could go and read all this, but I just want you to see that even Charlene, she's like, whoa, I can't believe, how easy this can actually be. So let me go a little bit deeper here, because I want to show you how to go to level 2, which is autopilot your lost sales and double your revenue. So once you kind of got your 1 to 2 sales a week you're doing, because today, right now, it's all churn and burn. I mean, it's hard, right? There's no follow-up on lost sales at all. So there's so much opportunity that you and I are losing. There's no consistency in the upsell process. That means huge amounts of lost revenue. And more importantly, we're working 10 times harder trying to find new prospects. And we're wasting time. And for those of you that are a little older like me, that's the one thing you and I aren't getting back. So the fact that when we waste time, that's what irks me the most. That's why I'm so excited about what you can start doing in automating your business right now. Because the new opportunity is really this. Make new offers to those that ignored you. Please write this down. If you're not paying attention, look at your screen. Make sure you screenshot this, because this is the opportunity you have. Make new offers to those that ignored you or said no. Create special offers for those that engaged. Look, they didn't call you, but they opened, they clicked, they went to your website. They engage at some level. They watched the video. Make a special offer to them. Push them over the edge. And 3, upsell products to those that converted. So that means have a ready-to-go upsell for those that actually you do sell. So this is what that looks like. I'm going to take leads. I'm putting them into a sales email campaign. And if they don't open, they ignore, right? I just send them to a new campaign with the new offer. If they open or click on the email, right, and they engage with me, and they still don't convert, then I send them a special offer. So it's a campaign that says, look, I'm not even going to give you this. I'm going to add this and add this and add this. Or lastly, if they do convert, here's what we do, is we take a little pixel, it's a little piece of code, and we put it on the thank you page. And that lets us know that they converted, right? They went all the way through. They went to our page, they purchased, they went to the thank you page, and boom, we know they converted, and we automatically put them into an upsell offer. This is all on autopilot. The only thing I'm doing is this. I'm just dumping leads in every day. Just putting leads in, just putting emails in, just putting opportunities in for the system to do the work. How many of you would just love to spend 15 minutes a day just putting in leads? More importantly, how many of you would like to hire someone else at $4 or $5 an hour just to put in leads, right? Yeah. Well, that's exactly what everybody's doing and crushing it. So let me give you the step-by-step of what we call getting paid sequence. So this is another opportunity to automate. So you've got your getting paid sequence, which is a push button easy way to get paid and never have to chase a client to make a sale. Some of you are chasing clients. That's insanity. You can automate that. You can also automate your onboarding sequence. 100% automation and getting all the details you need. So when you have a client come in and you need their passwords, they need the logo, you need information from them, you can automate that whole process. You can also automate the client approval sequence, meaning some of you create maybe blog post or a website, or you create some type of content and you need approval. How many of you, put one in the chat box if you have a service that needs some type of approval from a client? Who is that? Okay, Tom, Al, Christy, Bill, Michael, Todd, Keith. Okay, good. You can automate that entire process. And lastly, upsell. Double your revenues by automatically upselling on the next offer. You can just delay 30 days. So when they come on board, on the 30th day from when they come on board, you can send an email saying, look, it's been 30 days since we last did this and you came on board with us. I want to let you know we want to do something really special for you. You are going to forget about all these automations and it's just going to make money for you. So let me break down the first one. By the way, does anybody want to go a little bit deeper on this about what does it mean to automate a get paid sequence? Give me some feedback. Yeah, you want to see that? Okay, so look at your screen. Let me go through it with you. So here's the sequence. Day 0. Hey, you made a great decision. Please pay. Here's the link to the invoice to pay. Day 1. Hey, yesterday's meeting, I didn't see that you had paid yet. Could you please pay? Day 2, sorry, I've been busy and I haven't really followed up yet, but I just wanted to remind you, please pay. Day 4, yeah, I checked with accounting and they said they hadn't received your payment yet, so here's a link, please pay. Day 5, hey, I just want to follow up. Is there an issue? The deadline is today so that we can get going. Please pay. Now, wouldn't this just make a lot of sense? That the moment someone says yes, if you're not getting the credit card right then and there on the phone with them, then you just push one little button, put them into an automation sequence, and now you let the automation do all the heavy lifting. This could be fun, right? Now, here's the thing. If they ignore you completely, then they go through all 5, then what you want to do is set that up on your calendar to call them, right? You want to re-engage after 5 days if they haven't paid you yet. But if they open the email and click, but they still haven't paid, then you can send them like a tech, what we call a tech issue sequencing. Look, I saw that you opened and went to the page, but you hadn't paid yet. Maybe it's a technical issue. Can I help you? Here's my phone number. Call me. Or 3, what we do is we pixel the thank you page or the confirmation page after they pay, and then we send our onboarding sequence. Aha, you see that? So they don't get the onboarding sequence until they pay. And once they get the onboarding sequence, we put a pixel on that thank you once they give us the information, and then that puts something on our calendar that says, hey, now start the process. Any aha moments? Give me a little feedback of how you're feeling now. Can you see where to start? And why some people are uber successful and some are really struggling is because you can automate all of this. So level 2 is all about helping you double your revenue with this new opportunity of making new offers to those that ignore you, creating special offers for those that engage, and more importantly, upselling products to those that convert. So now let's go to level 3, because this is where you start scaling with a team. So I want you to look at your screen because I'm going to outline everything you need to do right here. It's really easy, because the old way of thinking, it's hard to find good people. The higher it costs too much, I don't have a lot of money. It takes too long to train them. It's hard to manage others. Well, none of that is true if you're automating things and you're just having them watch the system to manage the automation. The new way is an expensive and inexpensive team to run your whole system. Meaning you hire a lead generator to run your lead automation. They're like $4 or $5 an hour. Super simple. You hire an appointment setter to run your marketing automations. So here's what you do. You have someone run and put leads in, right? Have them do it. And then when someone opens or clicks or books an appointment, you have the appointment setter call them and read the script. Then you hire a sales rep to run your sales automation, and then run your client manager to run your upsell automation, so that you can focus on the things you love to do. Now, none of this is going to come overnight. We're just going to start helping you with the lead generator, so you can generate leads every single day. But put one in the chat box if you can see, wow, here's a clear path. I get my lead generator to run my leads, and then I'll set the appointments now. But then I can hire someone to replace me there, and I'll do the sales. I can hire someone to replace there, then a client manager, and we are good to go. A very clear path. Because right now, what are our choices to do all this? So look at your screen, because these are our choices. Well, we can get a lead source and purchase some leads from Dun & Bradstreet to InfoUSA, and we got to duct tape that to an autoresponder. But wait, we can't send out cold emails to people that haven't opted in if you're using Aweber, GetResponse, or MailChimp, right? So how are you gonna market these people that we just purchased maybe a list from? And maybe we get a plugin of HubSpot that allows us to send out emails through Gmail, and then we get email notifications, and then we're going to duct tape that. Maybe use Callfire to send out some voice broadcast, and then the lost opportunity. Oh yeah, you should do that someday. I don't know how I'm going to do it, but it seemed like a good idea, David, but I don't even know how I'm going to duct tape that together. And then we get some marketing analytics. We put Google Analytics on our pages. And then, opt-in forms. We get lead pages, a WordPress plugin, and then we do prospecting lists, and I'm going to use maybe Excel or a Google spreadsheet or some expensive CRM and duct tape that, so that the sales pipe, I'm going to manage that by my memory or a Google Doc or a Notepad or some expensive CRM. And then we got a prospect long-term or nurture, so I'm going to do an email broadcast when I get a chance. And then, that upsell strategy you talked about, I'm going to wait to meet with the client, and when things are perfect, I want to see if they want more services. Now, just admit it, right? Let's be upfront and honest. Is that your upsell strategy? That you do such a good job that when things are perfect and the client loves you, then you're actually going to sell them something. What a lame way to build a business. Come on. Are things ever going to be perfect? No. There's always going to be mistakes. It's business. It's sloppy. It's hard sometimes. So you need to automate your upsell, not wait around where the client thinks everything's perfect, because you'll be waiting forever. Put one in the chat box if you're feeling the pain, because I felt this pain. And I'm like, look, I'm not going to deal with this pain anymore. I want to figure this out. But yeah, and by the way, if we want to do like a webinar and automate that, right? So this is the duct tape automation approach. This is why you and I haven't been able to do it. So, matter of fact, if we end up using a CRM, I want to take the top CRMs. Look at your screen. This is Infusionsoft, right? It is $2,000 a month just to set up. And if you want 5 seats and 10,000 contacts, look at that. Do you see the price? I mean, it's insane. I don't have that kind of money just sitting around every single month. $400 a month. Plus, I had to pay $2,000 up front. But look, let's go look. If I went to ActiveCampaign, a very popular CRM, it's $350 a month for 10,000 contacts. I mean, $350 a month? Are you kidding me? And look, Ontraport, $597 a month. I mean, these are expensive ways to automate. And then when you step up, I mean, it's crazy. These expensive platforms of $2,000 set up and $300, $500 a month, like HubSpot or Ontraport or Infusionsoft, there's huge learning curve. You start from scratch. Do you realize it's like a blank sheet of paper? You just purchased this and you go in and you have no idea where to start. There's not one email. There's nothing built for you. Nothing. That takes weeks of learning, weeks of setting up, and there's no industry-specific support to help you to figure it out. And there's no direct calling from the software. It's just email marketing, and you got to have everybody opt in. Wait. You mean I can't even send out an email in Infusionsoft unless someone opts in to receive the email? Yes. Well, stink. I mean, how long is that going to take for me? You literally have to duct tape the leads to CRM, to email, to voice, to opt-in form. I mean, it's a tragedy out there. So give me a little feedback here. Would you agree with me that there's a big problem out here and it's hindering you and I from having the business that we really want? I felt the exact same way, and I realized, hey, The idea is simple. What if you had a fully automated, fully integrated integration team ready to marketing your stuff? What if you could build all that and put it together? Would that help you get the freedom you're looking for? Well, I want to introduce you to Prospect Rocket. This system is fully automated, fully integrated marketing platform. Let me just show you. Matter of fact, you guys want to do a live demo real quick? You want to go through it and show you how I automate everything? Let me go through the steps with you real quick. So look at your screen. Here are the steps. Ready? Step 1 is I create an email campaign, right? Step 2 is I add an automation, meaning the trigger, I add triggers based on the actions of how the contact interacts with my marketing. Like if they ignore, if they click, I will send myself an alert, say, look, this person just opened, call them right now. Would things be a little bit different if when someone clicked on a link of an email you sent, your phone rang and someone said on the line, hey, ABC Dental just opened up your email. Press 1 on your phone to connect. Would that change, Eric? Rick, would that change? This is what Prospect Rocket does. It literally will tell you the moment that your target market is interested by sending you text or email or even pick up the phone and call you. You can even delete them. So if they ignore your offer 3 times, you just delete them out of the system. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add an automation. Then I'm going to add some contacts to my sequence. I'm going to sit back, generate leads while I sleep. And then I want to call those leads, right, once they book themselves into my calendar or once they've expressed interest. I'm going to read a script word for word. And let me just say this, because some of you have bought products and services from people and the gurus, right? And they never gave you a script. So let me just say this, for the rest of your life, don't you dare buy a service, learn a service, buy a program, get into coaching where they don't give you a word for word script that they can guarantee if you read this to the target market that you will close a sale. Would you agree with me on that? That is a missing link. You don't have the exact words to say. They give you, oh, here's how you fulfill, and here's how you do this, but you don't have an exact word for word script. So I want to show you exactly how to build that script, and I want to give you exactly what you need to do on that. And then what you simply want to do is move the contact down the sales pipeline, right? So you have some type of sales pipeline that says, look, I contacted them, they're interested, we did a demo, now, I did a proposal, and then close a sale. Really easy. So let me do this. I want to open up Prospect Rocket for you, and I want to literally take you through the entire process. So let's do this real quick here. By the way, did you have any questions before we jump in here? I just want to make sure I'm not losing anyone at all. But it looks like everybody's got lots like, yeah, let's do it. All right, good. So welcome to Prospect Rocket. So what I'm going to share with you is you've got a dashboard that tells you your outbound marketing, all the opportunities you have, what you're closing, how much you've won, how much you've lost, what your schedule is today, how many things are past due, and more importantly, if you see here, your emails, good emails, not so good emails, meaning what you want to do is when you're sending out emails, you want to see if those emails bounce, is a good, healthy email being sent out, and let me show you what that means. The first thing you want to do is to go into the email setup. And when I go into email setup, there's 3 types of emails. One email is for people to contact us, right? It's called our contact email. That means whenever they reply to an email, whenever they contact us, it's going to go to this email. But then we have something called cold marketing emails. And this is a powerful strategy because what we're able to do is to input a Gmail account, right? Or a SendGrid account. And we can send out cold emails to prospects that have never opted in or an old list of ours, and we can send them really great offers. And what we do is we can add multiple emails. So I select maybe a G Suite, I connect my account, and then what happens is we will rotate through those emails. And if by chance someone says, look, I put that email to spam, and that email calls what we get burnt, you can just delete the email and add another one. So what we're giving you is a whole system where you can do cold outbound email to warm up a list. Put one in the chat box if you can see that as being a powerful strategy. Is that making sense? Now we also have something called warm emails. And this is a completely different email that you can choose to send emails to a list that's already warm, maybe your current customers, right? So you might use Amazon or you might use SendGrid. So the first thing it is understand that our system, that you put your own email in, right? So you just put your Gmail in, or you put an Amazon for free or SendGrid for free account. It takes like 2 minutes, but the first thing you want to do is set up your email. Okay? Now, the next thing you do, once you've got your email set up, is you click on the marketing tab, and we're going to create a sequence to start sending people to. So I'm going to click add sequence. Now you can create a brand new one from scratch. You can use an existing sequence that you've already used and maybe tweak that a little bit, or one from a template. So just for sake of time, I'm going to use a template, and I'm going to scroll down here. There's a whole bunch of really good ones we've got, but let me do, here's a Rep Videos 5-day fire sale. So here's a video marketing 5-day fire sale. I want to choose it. Now, I want to send this out to people that are on an old list, right? So I should have cold email or warm email. Which one should I use? Cold email or warm email? Which one should I use? Those of you who said warm, no, it's old. It's an old list. I use my cold emails for a cold list, right? Does that make sense? So now I'm going to use cold email. So you get to choose at this level, hey, do I want to use my cold email to send the sequence out, or my warm? So I'm going to click next. Now this is powerful. This is called a throttle. And when you're email marketing, you need to throttle things, meaning you can't just send 1,000 emails out the first day you set up an email, right? Your email gets shut down in a heartbeat. What you want to do is throttle it. So what you do is you simply put, I only want to add 30 people a day to this email sequence. So I can dump 1,000 contacts in, but on day 1, only 30 get put in. On day 2, another 30 get put in. On day 3, another 30 get put in. There's no other system I'm aware of that's like this. Put one of the chat box if you can see the value of going, wow, I can literally just dump leads in, and slowly it will warm up that email. And then what happens is you can say, look, add contacts to this sequence at this time. So if I dump them in at 10 o'clock at night, they'll start receiving the emails, those first 30, at 9 o'clock the next morning. So, I mean, this is so set up for you, so done for you. So I'm just going to turn this off real quick. Click finish. Oh, I didn't name my sequence with the unique name. There we go. So now here's all your sequence. This goes out in 5 minutes, my next day, my next day. But look what we're doing. We're split testing headlines and subject lines. Look at this. 15-minute interview. Did you see this? Or want to get more leads? We are split test. Now, not even Infusionsoft does this, but we're sending out, we want to know what emails are getting the most open rates, what subject lines. We can even split test content. So I can copy this content over to the second email, and Prospect Rocket will rotate the content with the subject lines to tell you what is your best open rates on what type of content people are reading. This is insane. So we've also got a spam checker built in, and on the right-hand side here, you can see how you can personalize all the content. So if I just click this little view here, and I can choose a company to look at the information, right? Hey, Joe, I'm a producer with Tom's Company, and our research team's looking at different companies in Austin area. Out of 17 other businesses, we found this review about you. So you can see that we are sending out very personalized emails with all the data points, right? Their company name, how many times they posted on Facebook, where they're ranking in Google. Whatever data you can input into Prospect Rocket, you can actually use in a personalized email. So put one in the chat box if you can see, wow, this is, when you can personalize an email like that, people are going to open it because it doesn't look like, you know, mass marketing or even spam. So now I'm going to go back, and I'm just going to go to the dashboard here, and you can see we break down, obviously we just created this, we break down each individual email so you can see the opens and the clicks. But I want to show you, I'll only just pick one so you can see. Let me see here. What I might have done is I might have just been in the wrong actual account the whole time. Let me just bump into another account really quick and click on marketing. There we go. Let me show you one here. So this is the dashboard. So I just want to show you, like we sent out 5 emails in this one, right? I got a 20% open rate. I imported 5, 0 are in queue, 0 are waiting, 0 active, and all 5 have been completed. So you can see you can literally just dump leads in, and you can see on the dashboard how many are imported, how many are in queue, how many are active, and that's all you're doing all day long. And then what you're doing is you're checking the analytics to see what headline, what subject line got the best content. All right, so questions on that. So all we did was set up our email, create an email sequence, and now we're just going to dump leads in there. Well, where do you get the leads? All right, well, let me show you that. We have a software called Lead Kahuna, right? Now, we'll look at your screen. And all we did is, before we started here, I typed in roofer, Dallas, Texas. And I got 176 leads. And now what Lead Kahuna does is it gathers all this information. If you were going to go to a list broker and you were going to buy this list with company name, city, address, information, all this, it would cost you 47 cents per lead. But if you wanted website details like, does it have a contact form? Is there a video on the homepage? Is it SSL certified? How fast does it load in a mobile website? It would cost you 21 cents. If you want Google data at 16, reputation would be 23 cents. SEO would be 21 cents. If you want to see, well, when's the last time they posted on Facebook? If you added all this data, over 80 different personal pieces of data on that company, it would cost you $2.75 per lead. Put one in the chat box if you're following me so far. Like, oh, wow. These are a lot of cool data points to find out, if they need my marketing services or not. Well, what I did is I did a quick filter, and 80 of the 176 have emails. So I'm simply going to click save. I'm going to save the file name, right? And then I'm going to click Prospect Rocket. And from Lead Kahuna, you can just click Prospect Rocket and 1 click. Choose the person you want to send it to. 2 clicks. Send it to an existing campaign. 3 clicks. Choose the campaign, and you're done. These 80 leads would cost $220 if you bought them, but Lead Kahuna gives you unlimited at no cost. So put one in the chat box if you can go, whoa, you mean you can just grab leads and then dump them in, and that's it? Yes, let all the automation do all the work. So this is why it literally is so easy for some to do this. So now the next thing we want to do, and let me go back here. Remember, next step is, now some leads have bubbled to the top, right? They've gone through our sequence, they've clicked on a link, they've booked themselves into our calendar, so now it's time to call them. So I'm going to click on like 19 Dental Street. Now, I want you to see what we've done here, because it's really cool stuff. You can literally make a call directly from Prospect Rocket. So I just click call the number, and it will call them and record the conversation. I'm going to hang up real quick here. And then I click on scripts, and I choose the script I want to read. And then I just type in notes as I'm reading the script. I need you to see how simple this is. You can literally just read the script, make all the notes on here, because see, I didn't build this system for you. I built it for your team. So do you see how you could easily hire an appointment setter and they follow up with everyone? Make sense? So here's what I do on a daily basis. I just go to my dashboard. And by the way, we have some really fun stuff like with scripts, like some of the technology built in here. the scripts that you build can all be tokenized. So instead of it saying, hi, this is your name, right? It says, hi, this is David Sprague, right? And you can insert all the data points that you want. So you can literally read the script word for word. So here's an overview. You can see all the contact information, all the details about their company. You can quickly add them to a sequence. So what if you're on the phone with someone and say, hey, could you call me back in 30 days? No problem. Let me add them to our 30-day sequence. And just add them to the sequence. And it will follow up with them for 30 days. You can tag them so you can organize them really well. And then obviously you've got your scripts. And we create lead scores so you can see the most interactive leads that you have. So what's really powerful is every single day, you just come in, you take a look at your calendar, and you say, oh, I've got to call these people, no problem. I sort by all the people I got to call, and then I click act, and so I select them, watch your screen, and I say send a call block. And Prospect Rocket calls them for me. So I say, look, I want to spend like 45 minutes. My goal is to at least call 10 people. I want to at least get 2 appointments. Let's rock it. And I never have to pick up the phone. Prospect Rocket calls the contact record because I know sometimes it's even overwhelming just for you to dial the numbers on the phone. So I'm going to log this call so I can make notes in here. I can do everything I want, and then I log the call. I had no conversation. I left a voicemail. I save it, and what Prospect Rocket does, it goes to the next one and makes a call. And it keeps all your analytics to keep you on track. There has never been a system that will automate. Look, I'm calling the next one right now. I want to hang up, and this time, right, I set an appointment. The gatekeeper, right, I schedule an appointment, save the call, and it's on to the next one. So put one in the chat box if you can see, wow, this is a system that was built to make having an agency, having a business, really, really easy. I got your decision maker, I set an appointment, and now you can track all your stats. I got one decision maker, one gatekeeper, no contact, schedule 50% of my appointments. I mean, this is easy stuff. Now, you don't need a team for this. You just use it yourself. But more importantly, we're going to give you all that opportunity that if you want to use it for a team, you can. So let me introduce you to Prospect Rocket and everything that you're going to get. It's a robust contact manager and sales pipeline and telemarketing system, right? So you're going to get a robust contact manager where you can manage sales pipelines. Oh, by the way, let me show you this. There's so many cool little tricks here that I can't show you everything just for time. But look at my pipeline. I have how much, these are the ones closing. I have $3,000 closing and $2,000 residual in the next 30 days. In the last 30 days, these are the new opportunities I created. And these are all the people, look, it's like a gamifying where you're moving them just down the pipeline of your sales. Put one in the chat box if you can see clearly, like, whoa, I see. Now I know exactly who to call on a daily basis because I'm just moving them down the sales pipeline. So this is what Prospect Rocket gives you. It not only gives you a robust contact manager, but it also gives you 5 seats for your team. Now, I know you probably don't have one client. Maybe you got 2 or 3, but you have no one with you. It's okay. My expectation is that we're going to help you build that team, right? That you're going to want to put a lead generator. You're going to want to get an appointment setter. In the next 90 days, you're going to have the business that you've often looked for and been dreaming about because you can automate it all. So we're going to give you 5 seats and up to 10,000 contacts that you can put in. It does cold email marketing and campaign automation. Now, look at your screen. This is important because visually, we have the ability to show you, hey, you dump your leads in here with the tag. So if you tag that lead, it's going to go into this sequence. If they say no, it's going to go to this sequence. If they say yes, it's going to go to this sequence. If they ignore you, delete them out of the sequence. Isn't that nice? Visually, you can see your entire workflow of what's going on. Now, we go even deeper because we're not just going to give you campaign automation for you, but I want you to imagine for a moment doing campaign automation for an accountant. So let's say you set up a 5-step email offer for them to send out to their list. And then you do maybe a bi-monthly branding campaign, which is just content. And then you do a bi-monthly referral campaign. You can literally charge $1,500 setup to write all these emails, and then to manage it, $7.99 a month. So what you're going to do is, I want you to visually see here, you're going to set this is the offer. And if they take the offer, then we go to an upsell offer. If they don't take the offer, they go into this sequence. See, what I'm trying to teach you is, this isn't just for you. This is for you to create a whole new service that you haven't even thought about yet, which is helping other businesses with their email marketing, with their opportunities to automate their onboarding process. So let's do a little math. If we just got one client a month at $1,500 setup, and then we did that for 4 months, look at the residual that starts to happen. It's $7.99 the first month, but then in month 2, it's $1,600. In month 3, right, we're at $2,400. In month 4, we're at $3,200 just for one client a month. But remember, we got to add the $1,500 there. So we're literally making almost $5,000 a month in our first 4 months based on these numbers. Now, the question is, how do you get a client? Use Prospect Rocket to get the client, silly. Meaning, let me reiterate what I'm saying. Use Prospect Rocket to go market businesses for your email marketing services. Put one in the chat box if you get that going. Oh, wow, I can actually use Prospect Rocket to email out content, to warm them up, to give them an offer of how important email marketing is, and then I can use it to sell them on me helping them do better email marketing, to stay top of mind, to get referrals, to make offers. Yes, this is so easy to do because Prospect Rocket does email, voice, and SMS. Text message is coming. We're going to be building that into it. Full analytics with split testing. So, I mean, look at your screen here. Wouldn't it be cool to see 3 different headline or subject lines and which one got the best open rate? Now think about doing this with one dentist, having success, and then getting 10 more dentists. See, the most difficult part is just getting your first client. Because once you get success with them, you can literally copy and paste it over and over and over and over and over again. Would this work with clients doing B2C or just B2B? No, it works with clients B2C, but obviously with B2C, you can't cold email market them, right? There's spam compliances when it comes to marketing consumers, but you can market all you want to businesses, right? You can sell cold email to businesses. So here's what I'm going to do. I want to give you 2 amazing bonuses. Bonus 1 is going to be 5 cold email marketing campaigns that I'm going to write for you and put in Prospect Rocket for you. If you're doing video marketing, I'm going to write for you a 5-day video marketing fire sale. So what you can do is you can take my exact email and use it, or you can model it to create your own if you're selling video marketing. If you do a reputation, I want to write a email sequence for you on how to sell reputation monitoring and get clients. If you do an SEO or maps, I'm going to write a sequence for you on that. If you're doing citation services, I want to write a sequence for that. And if you're doing social media services, I want to write a sequence for that. So that means over the next few weeks here, we're going to populate your Prospect Rocket with all these different types of services. Now, if you don't sell any of these services, that's fine, because we're going to show you what services you could sell if you wanted to. So there's a lot more education we're going to give you. If you don't like the services you're selling, you're saying, I wouldn't mind selling social media. How do you do that? We're going to educate you on that. But most important, we're going to give you the step-by-step sequences so that you can model them for whatever services. So if you're selling press releases or you're selling, text messaging services, you can take our reputation monitoring and you can model that. But I'm not going to stop there, because when you get a client, I want to convert them. So we're going to write an upsell strategy content campaign for you, We're going to write automated referral campaigns for you to get referrals on autopilot. We're going to get automated testimonial campaigns so you can get testimonials on autopilot as well. More importantly, we're going to automate reputation monitoring. So if you sell any of these services like video or citation or social media, you can automatically upsell them to reputation monitoring and also automatically upsell them to citation services. And we'll explain reputation monitoring and citation services. Don't worry, we've got all that training that we're going to be working with you on. But we just want to give you a robust opportunity so that you can autopilot your processing. You don't have to write any of this copy. We're going to write all the email sequences for you. Now, that's over $4,000 in done-for-you campaigns. And what we're going to do, not to overwhelm you, is we're going to give you one every single week. Does that sound good? Put one in the chat box if that's helpful, yeah? One every single week for the next 10 weeks. So every single week you'll try a new one, you'll learn a new one, and you just take it slow and automate the process. So it's over $4,000. But I'm not going to stop there. I want to unlock for you unlimited lead capture and web forms for any site, and also Facebook lead capture. Plus, I'm going to give you 100 done-for-you leads in the next 48 hours. So what does that mean? That means that inside Prospect Rocket, we have a lead capture form system already built in. See in the top right of your screen, you can see that? Well, typically, we would, if you wanted to have that, that would be about $49 a month more. But I'm going to give you that absolutely free, where you can even do exit pops and delayed pop-ups for lead capture on any site, create on-page lead capture forms, so you can create a form and actually embed it into a page or a blog and drive new leads from Facebook. Prospect Rocket in the next 30 days is going to integrate with Facebook. That means you can drive traffic right from Facebook's lead page right into Prospect Rocket sequence. On top of that, you pick the city and we'll give you 100 leads. That means you want to do dentists in Detroit, you want to do plumbers in Dallas, Texas, you want to do locksmiths in Auckland, New Zealand. When you get in Prospect Rocket, we'll give you a form. You fill out what leads you want, and we're going to populate with 100 leads. That's over $1,000 in value that we're giving. So listen, you got to give us about 48 hours after you get into Prospect Rocket to give you all this, right? Because we're going to have to manually go in to everybody's account and unlock these, because there's normally be $49 a month. So that's over $3,000 in bonuses. But I'm not going to stop there. I want to give you unlock access to Lead Kahuna. Now, what does that mean? If you've got Lead Kahuna, the software I just showed you, we're going to unlock what we call multi-city feature, which is you can search up to 10 cities in 90 seconds at one time. That means you just pick the cities and we'll do all the research. Meaning you go to bed tonight, you run Lead Kahuna in the morning, you'll wake up with hundreds and hundreds of leads. That gives you 10 times more leads, and it's unlimited. We're also going to give you the Unlock Groupon module. Now this is, if you don't have this Groupon module, we're going to unlock it for you. And this is powerful because that means you can type in all the dentists that are doing Groupons in Atlanta or Los Angeles. I mean, it is powerful. These are hot leads. Now, if you don't have Lead Kahuna, we're going to give you access for 30 days, unlimited leads. Now, you just saw where I got into Lead Kahuna. Let me just open that up really quick here. We're literally, in just a short time we've been on this, we've collected over $400 in leads. You're going to get access for 30 days, unlimited leads, all you want. So every day you can literally dump leads into Prospect Rocket to do all the heavy lifting for you. That's over $497. Now, I want you to look at your screen really quick because I want you to see what Ray said. In one day, he got 4,000 leads from Lead Kahuna. That's what you're going to get. If you already have Lead Kahuna, this is what you get right here. I just explained that. You get the unlock feature of 10 cities. That alone is worth over $500 because you can do 10 times the leads. So here are your automation bonuses. I want to give you 5 done-for-you cold campaigns 5 done for you conversion campaigns. I'm going to give you lead capture forms plus 100 leads. Plus, I'm going to give you Lead Kahuna multi-city. And if you don't have it, I'm going to give you 30 days unlimited leads. And when we release this to the public, it's going to be $299 a month. So what we're going to do is we're going to give you a total bonus. That would be $1,800 for 6 months. So total bonuses are going to be over $7,000 we're going to give you. Now, the cost to do all this, if you try to do it yourself, if you bought Infusion, that would be $4,000 for 6 months. If you bought Ontraport, it'd be $2,700. If you bought Sugar CRM, that would be $2,400. If you bought HubSpot, that would be $800 or $4,800 for 6 months. Active Campaign is $2,100 for 6 months. Plus, you'd have to hire copywriters and write emails. You'd have to create campaigns to set everything up. You'd have to do split testing and trial and error. It would take 3 to 6 months to learn all this. You'd literally be investing $10,000 to $15,000 over the next 12 to 18 months. But you're not going to have to do any of that. I'm going to give you right now a charter membership discount of 75% off for life. So that means right now, I want to give you everything you see here, over $7,000 in bonuses. I want to give you the 5 seats with 10,000 contacts for only $397. It's a one-time payment of $397 for the first 6 months, and then after that, it's only $79 a month. That's it. For a complete automation system, it's less than $70 a month. But you've got to go to the link on your screen right now, and I'll make sure this is really clear. The first 6 months are included in that $397. That means you pay nothing else. The 7th month is only going to be $79 a month. So lots of feedback. Thank you guys so much. Wow, this is amazing. I can't believe that you're giving this away. This is incredible. Why is it so cheap? Hey, let me tell you why it's so cheap. And I'm going to go a little bit deeper in here, some more training. But for those of you that want to get Prospect Rocket, get it now. Because this is your opportunity to get everything you ever wanted when it comes to automating your business. Now, I want to make sure that we go a little bit deeper here, but this is why I gave you this special offer, is because I was exactly where you are, struggling, trying to put all this together. And I don't want any excuses for everyone that's training right now to say, look, you know, I just couldn't afford that at all. I mean, it's less than $70 a month. So this is why it's so cheap. Now, when we release it, it'll be $299 a month for this. Now, listen, I'm not going to stop there, though. I want to give you 2 more big bonuses, but let me go over some FAQs real quick. What else do you need? With Prospect Rocket, well, you're going to need to set up an email account to put into Prospect Rocket, right? And you can use G Suite, you can use SendGrid, you can use Amazon. You can use anything you want, really, right? So it's whatever you want. And we've got a lot of training to tell you how to put things together. So don't worry about the training. It's really intense. Like lots of more information you even want. And then I want to let you know that on Fridays, every Friday we have live trainings. So if you're stuck, come to live training on Friday. All our product managers show up on Fridays and we do live training calls with you. So don't think for a second, wow, I'm going to get this really amazing system, but I got to figure it out. No, come to live trainings. For the next 52 weeks, this whole next year, we're going to be there helping you. And then you also need to set up a Twilio account. So unlike other CRMs that make you buy minutes at like 10 cents a minute, you just put your own Twilio account in. We don't make any money off that at all. It's a penny a minute. So that means you can send out SMS or voice broadcasts or do alerts in all the major countries. Put one in the chat box if you get that. Yep. So you just need to email, Twilio account, and that's it. And what countries does Prospect Rocket work with? All of them. It's web-based. It's not country-centric. Right? UK, Australia, Brazil, Mexico, right? Except it's all in English, right? So all the you know, the whole software is in English. So a question we get is cold email spam? No, not when you're emailing businesses in the US. The only thing you have to make sure is that you give your real contact information, which we require, and then you give them a way to opt out of the list. So That's all done. It's all built in Prospect Rocket. So you can send as many emails as you want. Do I use my account for clients' email services, or do they need a separate account? Okay, so this is a really good question. When you go use marketing services, right, you would really want them to buy their own Prospect Rocket account and you manage it. Now, for the cheap price of $79, what we typically charge is $799 a month. Some people charge $500 a month, but just buy a Prospect Rocket license for them at $79, and then you own everything, right? You do all the work for them. And if they ever want to take it over or whatnot, you can figure that out. But you can include it in the price or get them to pay for it themselves. It doesn't matter. But what you don't want to do is have 5 different companies you're doing email marketing for, all in your own account. Make sense? All right, so is Prospect Rocket white label? No, it's not. This is critical because a lot of times we do white label our services so that you can have your own brand. But the last thing you want to do is be a customer support for someone using a CRM. You focus on marketing, you focus on building your business and helping other business with automation. Let us focus on the technology and support for you so you don't have to. Active Campaign doesn't white label. Infusion doesn't white label. So get that thought process so you don't have to worry about that. Are 10,000 contacts for each of the 5 users, or are they shared? They're shared, meaning the 10,000 contacts we give you are shared between the users. So it's not, if you've given you 5 seats, it's not 50,000 contacts where each seat or each user gets 10,000. They're shared between all of them. And then lastly, so it's $397 a month for 6 months, and then the price drops to $79. No, it's $397 for all 6 months. There's nothing to pay for 6 months, and then the 7th month, it's only $79 for your charter membership for life, which is regularly $299. Now, the reason we're asking is because we're giving so much away, over $7,000 in bonuses, that we don't want people coming in at $79 and then taking all their bonuses and then leaving. We want a full commitment for 6 months. We're going to work with you every single week so that you can start automating your business. Okay, what if I go over the contacts? No problem. If you go over the contacts and you want to buy another 10,000, you can do that. Super inexpensive, but we try to keep everything at 10,000 contacts. But I love the fact that you think you're going to have more than 10,000 contacts. But let me give you a secret. You don't want more than 10,000 contacts. What you want to do is you want to build a process where it automates deleting people or contacts out of your Prospect Rocket if they don't engage with you. Does that make sense? Like, you don't really need more than 10,000 contacts. If you do, that means you just got lots of chaos going on. You want a nice system. You dump them in, and then they go through the process, they get filtered out, and they get removed, and then you dump more in. Okay, so, all right, everybody needs to go right now. I want to give 2 more bonuses away, and then we're going to shut it down. All right, so make sure you go to the link on your screen right now, grab a hold of this, because I want to give you a fast action bonus number 6, which is how to hire a lead generator. That means we're going to give you everything, exactly how to place an ad for a lead generator, how to qualify applicants, the art of interviewing a lead generator, setting up compensation for $5 an hour. That means they'll only work an hour to a day. And they'll be able to do everything for you. We show you exactly how that works, exact copy and paste job description, and the onboarding and managing them for their KPI training. That means key point indicators. What are the responsibilities? What are the numbers they should hit? Everything they should do so they can automate the entire business for you. We're going to teach you. It's over a $500 bonus that we're going to be giving you, which is literally how to get someone to run your lead gen system for you. On top of that, we're going to give you our fast action bonus number 7, which is complete automated self-booking strategy. I'm going to interview for over an hour one of our top mastermind members that's getting 20 to 30 customers a month. And he's going to go in great detail on exactly what he does, the responsibilities, how many outbound, how much inbound, everything. You're literally going to be able to copy and paste your way to success with exactly what he's doing. Plus, look at your screen. This is big. I'm not only going to give you step by step, but I'm also going to give you something called Agenda Rocket. Now, Agenda Rocket is a brand new system that we're building that is going to be the ability for you to actually schedule people into your calendar. So I want you to look at your screen. This is over $1,000 bonus because you're going to have this for life, and we're not going to charge you. So you're going to unlock Agenda Rocket, and this is what Agenda Rocket does. You'll simply set up your calendar, say, look, I want people to schedule one-on-one with me, or I want up to 10 people scheduling with me at a time. You fill in your information. Next is you choose your availability. Hey, I only want people to schedule during this time and this time. Everything else I'm booked. You can sync your calendar with Google so that all your calendars come and sync into this calendar or sync out of it. Or you can create a standalone calendar where it doesn't sync. Next is you set up your confirmations to do reminders for your appointment when they schedule an appointment with you at 30 or 45 minutes. Then you create your automation. So that means when they schedule an appointment with you, you can put them on an automation that follows up with them. So what I'm saying is Agenda Rocket is a scheduling system. Remember when I said they can book themselves in your calendar by giving them a link? Well, we're not just going to, you're going to do better than that. We're going to give you a button that you can put on your website or a link that you can put in your email where they can schedule with you. Now, this is normally going to be an unlock feature for $49 a month, but we're going to give you this at no cost. That means we're going to teach you our self-booking strategy, plus give you the technology and a step-by-step secrets of getting leads and booking themselves into your calendar. Now, this release date is going to be April 1st for this tech. It's over $1,000 bonus we're giving you. So if we added it all up, we've not only got over $7,000 in bonuses, but also we're going to give you copy and paste lead gen and unlock Agenda Rocket. That's over $8,000 in bonuses. Plus, we're going to give you 75% off for life. If you go to the link on your screen, it's only $397 for 6 months access to everything, including 5 seats, up to 10,000 contacts. Now, really quickly, I want to answer some questions. But how many of you right now are saying, hey, that's a little steep for me. I definitely want to automate, but that's a little steep. Put one in the chat box if that's you. Okay? Few of you? Okay, here's what I'm going to do for this one time only. Now, I'm going to give you 1 seat with only 2,000 contacts at only $197 for 6 months. And then after that, it's only $39 a month. But you've got to go to the link on your screen. So in green, you can see here, that's for everything you see here. But in blue, go to the link on your screen, and it's only $197. Come on, we're going to set up all your automation for $197. Now, the bonuses you get are in blue. So if you don't see them in blue, you will not get them if you choose the $197. So that means if you choose the $197, you'll still get the 5 done for you cold, but you're not going to get the conversion. That means you'll still get the lead capture form unlocked and the leads, but you're not going to get the bonus in gray, which is the copy and paste lead gen. So you'll get less bonuses, but that's because you're not buying the full system. So can you upgrade later? Yes, you can upgrade later, but I can't guarantee it might be at the $299 price. So it all depends. Like if you upgrade, let's say in a week or so, yes, we're happy to upgrade you. We'll do that. But if it's 2 months from now when we release it to the public, then you might be paying full price for that. So we're locking yourself in right now to that charter membership discount of 75% off for life. Okay, so questions. I know there's a whole bunch of questions I didn't answer, but put your question in the chat box, and here's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to stop there. I'm going to give you another bonus. I'm going to give you a brand new training that we're developing right now. We'll be releasing it for $1,000, but it's our instant email marketing agency. We're going to teach you how to find businesses that want your email services, exactly what to sell and what to charge. We're going to teach you how to fulfill on these services and upsell, how to build residual income with email marketing, and then how to outsource all your writing, and more importantly, how to use Prospect Rocket to do everything. And then what we're going to do is we have professional writers do 4 done-for-you email fulfillment campaigns. One for an accountant, an IT company, a veterinarian, and a dentist. So you're going to have 4 done-for-you email campaigns that you can copy and paste your way. Go get an accountant for $1,000 and we'll do all the fulfillment for you. Go get an IT company for $1,000, we'll do all the fulfillment. Go get a veterinarian or a dentist, we'll do all the email marketing copy for you. Put one in the chat box if that's going to help you. Say, wow, you're really going to just not give me all this, but you're literally going to give me an email marketing agency in a box? Yes. But you've got to go now and take action. Now, the last bonus I want to give you here is Fast Action Bonus number 8, which is 4-week business automation masterclass. That means we're going to train you and give you step-by-step exactly how to set everything up. On top of that, we're right in the middle of working with one of the top Facebook marketers on the planet that we're aware of. And we're going to be giving you a complete course on how to market on Facebook to generate leads. So if you've ever tried to figure out, well, how can I use Facebook to generate leads for my clients? How do I use Facebook marketing to generate leads for me? We're going to give you all of that. It'll literally set and forget marketing strategies, how to automate referrals and onboarding, how to find new customers from Facebook, and how to create call scripts that convert. So these are just some of the topics that we're going to cover in 2 4-week classes. One is some of the 4 weeks are going to be built on automation and teach you automation, and others we're going to actually bring in the top experts in Facebook marketing to teach and train you. This alone is over $1,000 in training that we're going to give you just for taking advantage of Prospect Rocket. So there's no excuses. You're going to get the copy and paste lead generation, how to hire a lead generator. We're going to unlock Agenda Rocket for you, plus give you our case studies of how to have people self-book them in your calendar. So every day that you can literally open up your laptop and potentially see new people that have just logged in and put on your calendar that you've never had to talk to. And then we're also going to give you instant email marketing AG, which is a $1,000 course, and then automation and Facebook masterclasses. That's over $10,000 in bonuses, including in a 75% off discount in 2 options. So take advantage of them right now. It's either 6 months access, you get 5 seats and 10,000 contacts for only $397, or it's 1 seat and 2,000 contacts for only $197. So what is a seat? Well, a seat is a user. A seat is a user. So 5 users or 1 user. So obviously, if you just want to use it yourself, that would be 1 user. But if you're looking to really build your automation and get a lead generator, and then get an appointment setter and really build a business this year, then automation is definitely you want the $397. I have ActiveCampaign. Is it going to integrate? No, this does not integrate with ActiveCampaign at all. ActiveCampaign does not have opt-ins. It does not have a scheduler. It does not do cold email. You cannot call through it. It does not have pipe. It does have some decent pipeline stuff. There's so much that Prospect Rocket does that ActiveCampaign does not. Plus, we have almost every feature that ActiveCampaign has inside Prospect Rocket. So, and besides, I think you're paying about triple what with ActiveCampaign. Let's see, other question coming in. This is amazing, David. This is huge. Thank you so much. Time I'm in. Walt said this would be great for LinkedIn. Yes, Scott, it definitely will be. Okay, so if I haven't answered your question, please put it back in the chat box, and let me see if I can answer them, because everybody's saying how amazing, how great this is. I'm in. Really quickly, while everybody's putting their, can you explain a little about email addresses and throttling? If I get 10 email addresses, can I send out more? So yeah, that's a really good question, Gareth. Here's what you don't want to do. My strongest suggestion is you do not get free Gmail accounts and use them. They burn out really quickly. Google's super conservative with them. What we find is that doing something called G Suite. So if you go to Google and just type in G Suite, it's $5 a month, and you can set up to 500 emails a day with G Suite. And then if you pay for 6 months in advance with G Suite, which is 30 bucks, a whole $30, you can set up to 2,000 emails a day. Now the only problem with G Suite is that a lot of people, because they pay $30 for 6 months and they get to 2,000, and they try to set out 2,000 the first day, and their email gets shut down. You have to throttle. So my suggestion is you don't put in more than 30 leads a day into a 5-day campaign. So that means if 30 leads come in today, then 30 leads will come in tomorrow, and 30 leads will come in the next day. But the 30 leads you put in day 1 will still be getting email number 3 on day 3. So that means there'll be 90 emails a day going out. And by day 5, if you take 30 times 5, that's 150 emails going out a day. So for the first few weeks, I would try to keep no more than 150 emails going out a day. That's how you would warm up that email, right? So listen, this is free marketing, right? When you send out cold email, it's powerful, but you've got to take a little bit of time to make sure that you're not breaking the rules. And we've got a tremendous amount of training on all this. Can you explain, can we use SendGrid and send more emails through? Yes, you can, Jim. So Jim, here, I'll give you a secret we just discovered. People are using SendGrid's $9 a month, $9 a month service, not the free one, but the $9 a month. And they're using it for cold email. Now they're scrubbing their list really well. What does that mean? That means if you go into Lead Kahuna, let me see here. Keep putting your questions in, but if you go into Lead Kahuna, see how we verify the emails here? Let me close this. So we verify the email. We verify it with NeverBounce and Bright Verify. It's a double verification. So you really want to verify this email is correct, right? So what they do is they grab leads from Lead Kahuna, they scrub them, they make sure that they're good emails, and then what they do is then they put them into the cold email sequence with SendGrid's $9 a month. And we've got people sending out 10,000 emails a day. 10,000 emails a day. I mean, it's amazing. But again, that's $9 a month, but they warmed up that email. And more importantly, they're personalizing the email as well, so it doesn't look like spam. It's not like, hey, I got this social media service, you want in? I mean, that's going right, it's delete, it's spam, but you say, hey, I was looking at your website, and you put the website URL in, and I saw that you only posted like 5 social media posts in the last like 30 days. When you personalize that content, it really helps. Does that make sense? Is that helpful? Okay, good. Okay. Let me get you, David, can you put the links back on the screen? Yes, I can. Let me go through here. There we go. How much is it for Lead Kahuna? Jesse, if you wanted to get Lead Kahuna past the 30 days, then it would be $299 unlimited for the whole year. So as you saw, we got over $400 in leads in 1 hour. So $399 unlimited for the entire year is pretty awesome. So yeah, it's very inexpensive. What's the difference between leads we get from Lead Kahuna and the 100 leads you're offering? Nothing really, Joe. They're pretty much the same. The difference is do you want to open up Lead Kahuna and figure all it out, or would you want 100 leads to get going tomorrow, right? That's the difference. That's all. So some people won't open up. You got to download it. You got to open it up. I mean, it takes a little bit of effort. So we said, you know what? Instead of you having to figure out another piece of software, let's just at least load you up with 100 leads. That's all. What is the service for $9? That would be SendGrid. SendGrid. Okay, so really quickly here, a lot of other questions I want to get to, but I just want to know who's in. who's in right now. So I just want to congratulate those that said, look, tomorrow's going to be a new day because I'm going to start automating my business. I'm going to start getting my time back. I'm going to start getting more success because I don't have to do this stuff. I want to get out of overwhelm. So Warren's in, Tom's in, John's in, Joanne's in. So all these people coming in, congratulations, everybody. I'm in like Flynn, Craig says. That's awesome. Okay, so listen, right now, there should be no one in the sound of my voice. If you're truly serious about making this the best year financially, you need to start automating. And for literally, you have a choice of $39 a month to get over, almost $10,000 in bonuses, live training every single week, a complete system to automate. Or if you want to really grow a business and get more, you have 5 seats and 10,000 contacts for only $79 a month. So Patty's in, awesome. Bassy's in, Joe's in. Joe says, I'm in for 1 seat, but I hope to upgrade. Awesome, Joe, I love that vision. Can you explain bonus number 2 and number 5? Yeah, bonus number 2 is email sequences that we will give you to upsell into other services. So let's say you go and you email out let's say you're doing video marketing and use our video marketing email sequence. And someone buys a video. Well, the next thing you want to do, the moment they buy from you, you want to put them into the maybe citation upsell sequence. So the next thing you want to do is you want an email going out to them to educate them on what citations are, explain maybe an explainer video, and then you're going to say, look, I want you to contact me today. We're going to make you a really good offer for $299. We're going to set up all your citations. And then we'll show you where you can go get citations done for like $50, and then you're going to sell for $299. So it's an automatic upsell. So that's bonus number 2. Bonus number 5 is a lead, copy and paste to hire lead gen. So the one thing I don't want you to do is do the day-to-day silly stuff with like getting leads and putting them in the prospect rocket and doing all that. You can hire someone at $5 an hour to do that, and we're going to give you the ads, the job description, everything you need to go hire someone to do the work for you. Sound good? How long do you have to decide? Well, we're shutting the offer down, so I would be deciding now. Can you, let's see here. Can we use SendGrid? Yes, I just explained you can. You can definitely use SendGrid. That's one of the ones we actually recommend. Someone mentioned this, how to use this for LinkedIn. How? Well, there's a lot of ways you can use it in LinkedIn. You could use the scheduler for LinkedIn, right? So you could use where you can drop the Agenda Rocket link and say, look, we're doing this free offer. The first 5, book yourself into my calendar. So there's other strategies for that. I haven't received my logins yet. Don't worry, Doug, there's so much we're giving you in bonuses that we use it Infusionsoft regarding some of our software. And so because of the bonuses, we have to put like 3 or 4 minute delays on things. So because of all the bonuses we're giving, it's going to take maybe 15 minutes for you to get that. Okay, so just be gentle. David, it's a long weekend here. I need to move some funds around where the still be offer open on Tuesday. I can't guarantee that this offer is going to be available any more than it is right now. So I'd love to say that it is, but that's completely not up to me at all. So I can let you know that right now is a good decision to make it. It's only $39 a month. I would get the lower end one, and then again in a few weeks, if you go, hey, I really changed my mind, we're happy to upgrade you. What if we already have Prospect Rocket and Lead Kuna? Dan, if you already have Lead Kuna and Prospect Rocket, I'm glad you're on the call to remind you what a great decision you made, and you should be using it every single day. Warren says, I'm starting from ground zero. Which do you recommend, SendGrid or G Suite? Warren, I want to recommend SendGrid, and the reason is because you're using Google just came out with artificial intelligence, and their big claim now is we can spot any marketing email a mile away, and we're going to put that into spam. So even though G Suite's really good, we're finding that they're getting very strict on anything doing with marketing. So if you use the word marketing, if you've got marketing in your company name, they can send it to spam. So it's because of the last like few months we've seen them really crack down on, you know, just emails themselves generally. So I want to suggest SendGrid, get the $9 a month, because we've had a lot of our customers on that and they've been very successful with it. So for another $4, I think it's worth the hassle. Dan says, can you message me privately? Our team can do that. Yes. I'm already committed with Local Marketing Genius. Can I just sign up for the monthly for PR? No, but Essie, yes, you can sign up for the monthly, but the monthly happens after. Again, I want to reiterate that we're giving such a big bonus away with all these bonuses and all this work that we're doing, that we want a 6-month commitment for you that you're going to really build your business. So if you're not be able to commit to 6 months, you're just not ready to build a great business and automate. So it's going to take a few weeks to for you to really jump inside and learn all the amazing features. And so we want you to be focused on that. So that's your commitment. And then our commitment is giving you over $10,000 in bonuses and helping you do that. So what is G Suite not for type of marketing? David, it's a good question. You can use G Suite for anything, but when it comes to cold email, most people typically use G Suite, right? And they use SendGrid for warm email. But as of late, people have been using SendGrid for cold email. So it just depends on what you want to do. Lots of other questions coming in, so I can't get to them all, but keep putting them in. Can I use Elastic Email or Spark Email? Well, you can put any email that you want in. So let me show you here real quick. I love by the way, great questions coming in. If you go into settings and click email setup, so you can, when you just click add a cold marketing email, you just choose custom email setup. You just put all the information in there, right? Your port, your name, your email, username, password, all that. And then another thing we do is we do something called drip rates. So if you want to set a maximum that email will send out, you can do a daily limit, and you can also do a drip rate. So saying, look, I want my email to only send out 1 email every 10 seconds. And that helps too, right? It feels, it's, where you're not sending out, 10,000 in 1 second type of thing. Okay, let me do a few more. Wow, I can't believe the time has flown. Lots of great questions coming in. Okay. Thank you. That's exactly the details. Okay, you're so welcome, Warren. I do not. See lots of people saying great. Do you have an API for SendGrid? Yes. Oh, you know what? I don't know if we've got an API for SendGrid or not. I think if you go into add an opt-in email, SendGrid. No, we don't have the API. We just have just put in your username there. Just put in your username. Okay, so lots of people saying it's great. I'm excited. I can't wait to start. So I want to get some last questions here, then we're going to shut it down. Okay, so if they can give us, I don't know what that means, David. If they can give us that, if you don't already have it, yes? Or maybe you're talking to our team about that. Okay, so let me go down for one last time. We're going to be giving you 5 done-for-you cold email campaigns, 5 done-for-you conversion campaigns to upsell, to automate all of this, lead capture forms. I mean, come on, guys, lead capture form. If you can go get a lead capture system right now, and all it's going to do is like an exit pop or a lead capture form for $39 a month. We're giving you a full business in a box automation system for $39 if you want the 1 seat. So there is no excuse for you 2 or 3 months from now going, man, I'm struggling, I'm overwhelmed. You're going to be able to automate almost everything. We're also going to give you lead capture forms, Lead Kuna multi-city, where you can go to sleep tonight and wake up tomorrow with 500, 600, 700 leads you can use. We're going to waive the 6-month $299 access. We're going to lower it to only $79 a month for the 5 seat and only $39 a month for the 1 seat. And then we're also going to give you our entire business in a box of how to hire a lead generator. We're going to give you our case studies and bonuses where you can actually unlock Agenda Rocket. We're also going to give you instant email agency in a box. So this month, we're putting that all together where we're building the script, building the scripts, we're building the process, we're building the email marketing templates. So you'll have that on April 1st. And then automation in Facebook Masterclass, that's coming up in the next month as well. So we're giving you everything you need. So you've got to right now make a decision to make this year the best year financially by automating your online marketing. And you can either choose 5 seats for 10,000 contacts at only $397, or 1 seat and 2,000 contacts for only $197. Good stuff. All right, Dan says, David, you outdo yourself every month and constantly deliver value. Thank you so much, Dan. I appreciate that. Will we be able to use Prospect Rocket in marketing health and wellness? Yeah, you can use it for anything, right? It's agnostic to the service. It's agnostic to the product you're marketing. It's agnostic to the niche. It's only doing what you need, which is automating your marketing. All right. Look, I look forward to seeing you guys on Friday, where we'll be going over some of this as well. So every single Friday we do live training, so you can come and ask questions. So right now, go to the link on your screen, get inside Prospect Rocket, start playing around with it a little bit, and bring your tough questions to the next training. Sound good? All right, Tom says, I'm so excited. Man, oh man, I am too, Tom. Thanks for joining. I look forward to seeing you guys in the next training. Bye for now.